And you, partner?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Well, you know how it goes. We shared a little bit of struggle last time we talked, but I
That's
guess
what
I've
I'm
been
here.
better and I've been worse.
That's what I'm here about.
Yeah, you had a chance to talk with Vito. We was hoping that everyone was going to be here so they could be a part of it and talk and see. And in fact, I reckon I got something to say to all of them. Not
First
sure.
things first, that goat head. Someone want to get him a diaper? He's so frightened he can't put the gun down.
Okay, can we get...
Barley, please.
Look,
How many more people do we
isn't-
gotta get
I
in
think
here for this man to
If
put the
it
gun
isn't
down? How frightened
Renee
is
from
he?
the molehill, little
God damn
little
it,
field
dude.
mouse in a
Alright.
prairie will stampede in
Someone get
buffalo.
this phony out of here.
You
I seen
oats
his kind.
beneath my boot.
okay.
Listen, Baker Leg, I got some words for you.
Let's get everyone here so they can talk
I'm
and we
glad
can be
you
witness.
could make it.
I think that everyone's got some air to
The others
breathe,
have
and I want to
arrived.
hear everything you got to say. But I don't want to exclude
Can I play
nobody.
the piano during this meeting?
If it's
Go
okay
ahead.
with me, if it's okay with Mountain Man or everybody else.
As long as y'all talk loud enough I can hear.
Listen, I'd appreciate no piano. Robbie Gold, I want you to hear every word of this.
Well, just talk loud enough while I play the
Now,
piano.
come here.
Okay, well, let's have
God
a seat.
damn
I'm
it.
old. I want to
I
sit
wanted
down.
to play the piano. Trying to cheer Doll
I
up.
was sitting down so long I fell asleep.
Baker Lang, please, stand up. Look me in the eye, Baker Lang.
I look in there, I come pop a squat, damn it.
We set this meeting
Yeah,
up for you, Renee. On the common courtesy, you sit at the table.
Please don't speak of courtesy. The courtesy you speak of was broken the other day.
Whatever
Baker
you
Lang,
say.
either you're a liar or you were betrayed.
You gotta
If
have
you
a
were
seat
bet-
with me so we can talk.
No, I want to stand. Stand with
Okay.
me. Stand so we can look at each other's eyes.
I can look in the eyes if you sit down with me right here. I can't do anything funny sitting down. Both my hands are on the table. I'm staring you dead in the eye. In fact, part of me wants to blow out this candle so it's not so romantic. Last time I saw you before the whole incident, you was calling me sexy.
What are y'all doing here?
What the fuck do you think we're doing here?
I reckon I'd like him here, to be honest. We had talks recently. I think it's important everyone's present say their piece, because I don't know how much you talked about since I talked to them.
Listen, what I have to tell you is about me and you, Baker Lang. Vito stocked his piece. He squashed his beef.
I reckon that's for Vito to decide, not you.
Baker
I already
Lang,
told you the other day.
Thank you, Theory. Thank you.
Anybody want a beer?
Yes, please. I think it's real damn tense right now. I think everyone needs to
I could
relax.
definitely use a beer.
I'll take one as well.
Hand it over.
you're gonna stay seated, Baker Lang, so be it.
Yeah, I'm comfy here. There's 4 chairs. You can pick any one. You can sit next to me. You can sit across from me.
Oh, that's a
I'm gonna
that's a
stand.
strong beer.
Okay,
Yep.
everyone do.
Don't pay me for that. Same one you gave me earlier.
Baker Lang, like I was saying, you're either a liar or you were betrayed the other day. Listen, if you were betrayed, prove yourself a man of your word. Did this happen by your leave? Did you sanction my assassination?
Sorry.
Baker Lang, you used your words to lure me into a false sense of security. I spoke with you freely. And without a weapon by my side, because I have faith in your fidelity as a friend, Baker Lang.
Here
You
go,
claim to
Baker.
be my friend. You reinforced those ideas that night to me. And I never doubted you. I always doubted your crew, but I never doubted you. I warned you had no control over them. I said you had no control of them anymore. And that the only language they understood was violence. Blood for blood. What did you assure me? You assured me otherwise, Baker Lang. You offered me peace. You asked me to trust you. You begged me to. And from that moment, I did trust you, Baker Lang. You looked in my eyes and you told me to trust you, and I did. And from that moment, I was under your protection. Because in trusting you, I lowered my weapons. I decided I don't need to defend myself. Because you gave your word. And how did you repay my trust? With treachery. Outside of my own home. You're a henchman, you're goon. This lackey of yours, this cockroach, he shot me and left me for dead. You left me for dead, Baker Lang. I accuse you. That night, your word was trampled over. You were trampled over. And if you don't understand the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you right now, I can't help you. You're lost. Your soul is gone. That Barley stepped on your word that day. He stepped on you that day. And hitherto, you've done nothing about it, Baker Lang. Nothing. You allowed yourself to be stepped on. And if you don't set this right, I can never be your friend. I'll never associate with you. Not because I was shot or because you hurt me, because I don't despise myself that much to associate with someone so worthless. What do you gotta say, Baker Lang? What do any of you have to say? Any Muppet can take a gun and shoot somebody. How many can keep their word? How many?
Well, I reckon you feel pretty strongly about everything that's happened.
Tell me one thing I've said wrong. Just one.
I can tell you're fiery and passionate about it.
Listen, there's no shame in getting beat up, shot, stabbed. Any Muppet can hold a weapon. But there's shame in not doing the right thing. I don't give a fuck if you're a lawman, if you're a criminal. Guy, girl, son, daughter, it don't matter. There's the right path and there's the wrong path. And the right path is way harder. It's narrow. And none of you can stand on it. You proved that to me last night. Or rather, you have yet to prove yourself. You gave me your word that I was safe. Your word was trampled over.
So,
What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna set your word right?
I'm waiting for you to finish your piece, and then I'm
No,
gonna
I'm-
ask you a question.
You're at the crossroads, Baker Lang. Your questions are over.
I reckon or not, because I came here to talk to you, and so that was what I was hoping we could do. But like I said, I can see you feel very strongly about what happened. And I reckon I do as well. But
Baker Lang, how can I talk with a man who just makes noise? Your words have no value no more. You gave me your word the other day. And it was shown that your word mean nothing. Your boys don't respect your word. You don't even respect it, which is even worse.
you don't know what I respect, and you don't know about my boys. So I'd appreciate it if you popped down about it. And I can explain to you what happened. We'll go over it in real detail, because I feel like I owe that to you. But I do want you to say what you gotta say. That's important to me. And I even want to know what you would have me do if you were me, in my shoes. What can set this right for you, Renee? And then, I'll hopefully be able to appease or explain, help you understand where I'm coming from.
Baker Lang, there was a
'Cause
man
I think you're overlooking some things.
There was a man in my crew when I was rolling with Vandal. His name was Nika. And it turned out that Nika was false. He did the wrong thing. You know what I did? I put the knife in his belly. I didn't want to do it, but I did it because it was the right thing to do. We're not playing dominoes out here. There's life and death. And there's rules out here, even for us.
You're damn right it's life and death. And I
Someone
know
broke
that
the
better
rules
than
the other
anybody.
day. What are you gonna do about it? Can you stab your friend? Well, I don't even know if you understand what a friend is. That man don't value you. Do something about it. He's right here. Show yourself.
What are you asking me to do, Renee, before I try and help you understand what a friend is? Coming from you hearing you say that is kind of funny, considering the conversation we had. But what would you do? What would you have me do? Because I'm trying to talk to you, and right now, it doesn't feel like you're willing to talk. You just want to be heard.
Baker Lang, the other day when we talked, I was listening to you. Because I thought you were a man of your word. Your words had value then. Your
A
words had
word
value then. They had
still
weight.
and always has value. Now, if you want me to go over what happened, I can. Because the way I see it, I came man to man to a friend I hadn't seen in a while. A friend who had had hard times. I came to his home. I talked to him one-on-one without the pressures of anyone else around. Because it mattered to me. It mattered to me to find a peaceful solution with someone who I consider to be a friend. Someone who's never wronged me. Someone I look to as a source of entertainment and I have fond memories of around Armadillo. Someone who was around and reminds me of fonder days and friends who were alive once upon a time. But those friends are dead. Those family members, my gang members. And I came to you offering an open hand and peace. I don't do that for everybody. I wouldn't do that for anyone else in this room besides you. That's not in the gang. I wanted to find a way. You're right, I practically got on a goddamn knee and begged you to find a way. Help me find a way. 'Cause I'm a much more accepting man than some of the rest of the gang. But you're right. I don't control them. I don't try to. We're all of the same mindset. We take care of each other, and we protect each other. Barley's job is to do exactly as that. He's over damn protective to a fault, to a T, even. And that moment, whenever I offered you peace, and I needed your word, when I came to you man to man, with no one else, and you walked away saying that you could promise me you would be there to talk, but you couldn't promise me peace, that Liam would be okay. You made sure that I knew that you still were going after him, or someone connected to you was. And when you talked to Barley and looked him right in the eyes and said that your threats mean action, he took that as the same way. And let you know his did too. Now I'm very good friends with you. But I'm very, very good friends with Liam and Barley. This was a worst case scenario for me. I didn't plan to have you shot. I didn't sanction any assassination. I came to you offering peace. That's what I did. And I stood by that. You walked away and chose not peace. You chose a meeting.
You told me to meet with you. You told me to promise you there won't be any violence. I don't give promises that I can't keep. That's the difference between me and you. Other people were supposed to be present at that meeting and they weren't there. I couldn't speak for them. But this man right here you consider your friend, supposed to protect you? You ain't no friend of him. He spit on you that day.
No.
If you can't understand that, I can't help you.
I am a friend of
Protect
him.
you? Protect
And
you from
you-
what, Becca Lane? I got no gun on me. What threat was I to you?
You made sure you spoke for other people. And that is my friend. You made sure you spoke for Vito and everyone else. You said he didn't give a fuck about them and that his fight was yours. That if someone
That's what I
wronged
said.
Vito, they wronged you. Because I tried to put
Exactly.
Vito and Liam in a room and I told him that. And he wouldn't take it. So I tried to put you in a room with Liam. And you barely took it. But you didn't promise me Liam would make it.
You see the difference there? I didn't promise anything for Vito. But you did. You promised me safe passage. You gave me your protection. And look what I got for it. If you can't understand that, I can't help you. You're
If
at
I
the cross.
recall, he's not the one who shot you.
Baker Lane, you're at the crossroads. What road you gonna choose? The right path is harder. It's too narrow for you to stand on anymore. You know what? Take your shame and be gone. You're a has-been. You're just an old, empty vessel now. Surrounding yourself with all these Muppets who can't even think.
You calling me a Muppet, Renee?
I reckon he's calling all of us Muppets.
What do you consider someone that can't keep their word? Someone whose boys don't even respect their word.
And
Say
you've
what?
kept your
Say
word
when.
a lot. Let me
Yeah,
ask
I
you, how
have.
many people have you pushed away? How many people have you hurt? How many people have you not been there for when they needed you?
Don't change the subject. I never believed
I'm
my
asking
word.
you, you're accusing my good friend of having Muppets around him because of something you refuse to understand. And you have let people down. You have hurt people, Renee. You act like you're innocent and you're above everyone else, but you have hurt people. Plenty of people. So don't come to us all high and mighty like you're some god while everyone else is weak and Muppets.
I never belie my word.
You are just as frail, just as weak, just as fallible and bad as every man in here that you want to accuse of being those things, Renee. Look down and deep inside yourself and recognize the man that you are. Because you're just as bad and just as evil as everyone else. You're not a good man. You never have been.
I'm still waiting
You're not
for
a good
one
man.
example. I'm waiting. What example you got?
What example I got?
I never belie my word. That's all we got out here.
Right.
That's it.
There's
Baker
a
Lane.
reason that I wanted to arrest you here.
Either.
There's a
I
reason why
respected
I
you
wanted to
one
talk
day.
to everybody. Renee was once upon a time a man I considered a dear friend, a man of reason, a simple man back in the day who had no ties to anyone else other than being a man from the mountain looking to find his way in life. I came to this man and offered him peace because of his grievances. I've been told by my friends, my gang members, that a series of events had started because Liam had offered Renee a cigar, which he chose to put out on Liam's chest. When I talked to Vito, who would listen to me, when Renee wouldn't, who had more of a grievance than Renee did, I tried to help Vito understand that I was searching peace, that I came with an open hand and an honest heart to a man I hadn't seen in a long time. I stood by my word, and when you walked away and you couldn't give me yours, and you continued to make active and known the threats that you had against Liam, the peace that I offer disappears if you can't give me your word. Now, I was glad that we could have a conversation with Vito to help him understand that some things aren't worth fighting and dying for, such as silly as a cigar burn that's turned into more. That sometimes bygones can be bygones and men can duke it out like men and walk away from something, giving them a chance.
I wish I walked away instead of bled out like a fucking loser. Vito's got a good punch.
You accuse me of not being a man of my word. You accuse me of not knowing what friends are. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The people standing at my back and around the room are the only people I love and care about. Ones who look after and take care of each other. Ones who know what it takes to ride and die together. Because the world and the business that we deal in is a bloody one. And sometimes, we do forget what has to be done. Moments like this, you say a crossroad. For me, I never had an option. It's always been one road, and I stay on it. I've lived on it. You say you come from the mountain. I live on the mountain, and I've never left.
Baker
So I
Lane.
wanted everyone here. I wanted you to know that this man, in his own home, said he doesn't give a shit about you. That he would fight your battles and choose and decide what he wanted for you, without a second thought.
Listen to the difference, Baker Lang. I always spoke only for myself. You said Vito doesn't want this,
I could
Vito
give
doesn't
you
want
your
that.
time, now give him
I
his,
said,
Jake.
I don't give a fuck what Vito wants. I'm talking about what I want. You understand? Because all I have is my word. But that
Vito-
night, you told me that you didn't sanction me getting shot. So why are you switching it up now? Listen, convince yourself of whatever you like. You have the opportunity to set it right. And
I
this
mean
man
what I
right here,
say.
can you do it? You're a parody now. You're a parody of a human.
I think the way you set right shooting someone and them surviving is finishing them.
A parody.
You want to look me in my eyes? I'm looking in the eyes. I've seen what kind of man of honor you are and what you've become. I watched you burn a man's hand alive, inside of a fire, and then shoot him in the face and make sure the doctors around him refuse medical service. I know you're not stable, that your friends, people who you once cared about and laughed with and shared memories in the desert, you no longer care about peace or working towards the same goal. I came to you man to man, one-on-one, and I did offer you peace. And when we stepped out of your house and you walked away from me and couldn't promise me the same for Liam, it disappeared in a moment.
All I promised you was the truth. That all I could give you was that I would be there. Be there for you. That's what I promised. And look what I got in return.
The truth is a hard thing to swallow. And
You know nothing of the
sometimes,
truth.
unfortunately, I've lived the truth my entire life. The truth is what's standing around you. People I count on. If I went by your honor and your say, you'd have me not only turn my back on my brother, who you wronged, and Liam. You'd have him seek his head on a platter or a spike. He would be dead. If I listened to you, you'd have me punish my own brother once again and turn my back on him. You'd have me push every single person I love and care about away just to make you happy for grievances that you caused.
Not to make me happy.
You say
When
I
someone-
can't see the truth, but I feel like the truth is staring you right in the face. Like I said, I came to you at a chance for peace the first time. Unfortunately, I can't offer you the same promise the second time. You walked away from that. I never wanted you shot. I never sanctioned your shot.
It don't matter what you want. That's my point. You have no value. You're a has-been. Your boys don't respect you. As far as turning on your friends, that's what I did when someone in my crew misbehaved. I did it. I didn't let the enemy do it. Because that's the right thing to
Sounds
do.
like good compassion that you have for your compatriots.
That's
who are
what
Sounds like a
stabbing 'em.
control freak to me.
That's
You
what's
understand?
different between you and Becca. Is we're not Becca's crew. We're all individuals who can make their own decisions and think for themselves. We don't demand everybody to follow us into hell for no reason because we're miserable and we want everyone to be miserable around us. Becca's never demanded that of anyone. People follow Becca because they respect him and they love him as family, and they know that he treats them as equal as himself. Can your people say the same about you?
We abide by freedom, not by order,
Because I
Sonny.
think you demand them to follow you, or you cast them out like dogs.
I don't need anybody to follow me. There's only right and wrong.
The desperation
Look
is
around,
strong
man,
in this
fairly
one.
often.
Look around you. There's a reason why none of you guys walk alone. Everywhere you go in a pack, especially this Muppet right here. Yeah, you. But I go everywhere by myself. You can ask my crew, I push them away.
Because you ain't got nobody, Sonny.
I don't look for nobody. I'm lonesome but happy. That's
You don't
something none of you
deserve
can ever
nobody.
say.
You're not happy. You're miserable. Keep lying to yourself.
Renee,
Becca Langs, now's your chance. Can you do it? Show yourself. I did it when I had to. The only reason I ever considered you a friend is because I thought you knew what the right thing was to do. And that you can do it. You can't do it.
Renee,
You can't do it. From this moment on, anywhere I walk, I can keep my head high. I came in here alone.
No, you didn't.
I came in here alone, but none of you can. Let the shame walk around with that shame.
Renee,
There he is.
you tell me you walk around without a gun in your holster. We can't afford the same luxury. Business we deal in and what we do doesn't let us. And despite who we deal with, even if it's a friend, I had to try. And I did.
Look at him. Look at him, Becca Lang. Look at this one. He can't put the gun down. Look how frightened he is.
And you can't stop insulting people.
He's
Because
a
that's
man.
all you're good at is talking
Oh,
shit.
Sonny.
He's a
Renee,
mamby-pamby. That's what he is. Look at him.
Hey, Renee.
listen to me.
You know, I don't despise myself enough, Baker Lang, to surround myself with cockroaches like this. I thought you were my friend.
What do you got to say?
I was gonna say, Renee, didn't you give your word you'd cut me up?
You also gave word you'd avenge the Italians of O'Neill, and you never did. There's
Oh.
2 things you haven't done.
Oh wow.
You've
Seems
also
like you
called
come
every
on with
person
Renee.
on
All
your
your
side a cockroach.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that is
enough.
true.
Renee, you've insulted all these people.
I
Time
brought
and
the
time
rest of you
again.
here because it's important that everyone knows, not just Renee. Everyone needs to be reminded no matter who you are, even a man I considered was my friend. Because unfortunately, we deal in a cruel, cruel world, a bloody business. So Renee, unfortunately, I need to ask you one question, and your answer to this is going to determine our friendship going forward.
Yeah, it has been. You got no value no more.
Don't do anything stupid.
I was hoping you would be able to see when I
Yeah,
came to you
nothing.
the first time.
We can.
Renee,
We'll just leave.
do you feel lucky, punk?
Don't move. Renee,
Hands up. Gun
You don't
away.
keep
Take
that gun
everything
away
they
or
got.
I'll blow your goddamn
go
head
back
off.
in the room.
Drop it all.
Bring
You
him
got
back in
3
the room.
seconds to holster that pistol.
Come on.
1.
I wish
You
it would
got
have been
legs
different,
moving.
but you
Bitch,
gave me
what
no
kind of-
other chance.
What different? Yeah, it has been.
Got
You're a
legs
parody of a
moving.
man.
I loved you, Renee, as a friend.
You didn't love me.
I tried.
Back in the room.
You don't know what love
You
is.
ain't gonna do nothing.